Hi guys, Jared here from BONE-FRAGMENTS. In today's video we're going to go through some more parts from the conventional rotary launcher and removing them from the supports and getting them ready to assemble. So let's dive right in. So these parts are the ECS pipes. Don't worry about this being snapped, it won't come like that in the set. We're just using what parts we have here. Okay, so what we've got here is these are the pipes that form a square that go around the front component. Bring one of those in here. So this is the part here, so they go into these holes here, form a square around that. And they look like on the diagram. So this is what we're talking about, this part here. These. Okay. So those four are identical. And then these are the 5 pipes that go along the side. So let's get them off the sprues first, or the supports. Okay, let's start with part number 1 here. So very carefully we can snip and cut these and saw them using the same techniques we've seen in some of the other videos. Let's put my optivisor on. I can see. Okay, so we can see this part here. The supports on the side. Have a good look at that. The part actually is this part in the middle here. Very carefully. So let's have a look. What we want to do here is snip the supports carefully. So you want to try and cut away a little part to relieve the pressure on other parts. See that? So by cutting those away, that front part there actually comes completely off. Right, so you can see how we've removed that top cage. So the whole point is that these areas, these little cages, protect the part in printing and in shipping. Here, there, and this whole part now should pretty much come off. Okay. Nice and clear in there. See exactly what the part is meant to look like. Yeah. Very sharp scalpel. Tiniest little support in there. Cut that away there. This part should now come out. And that leaves us with the part. One last support right there. Tiny support. Once you've cut it from the part, then you can use your nippers. Clean up the bottom there. Okay, let's have a look. Make sure you see that is what the part needs to look like. Let's see, you've got the tiniest little bit of sprue left on the sprue part there. I've just snapped it off, but it's okay. There's the part. Okay, so that part there, I'd leave that little bit on there. I think that's actually a mount part. So leave that part there. There's your first one. Get rid of some of these. Okay, next part here is this part with it's got two bends in it. It's got a bend here at the bottom, up here and around and into the top there. So the little part at the top goes into one of the holes on the top box. So this might be one to bring in saw. Maybe just take that little tiny part out of there. The name of the game here is to give you access. I don't want to be supporting that from behind. So you can see this. There, it's gone through. So despite the fact that these parts are extremely tiny and extremely fragile, if you're careful enough, you can get them off. Okay, now there are little brackets built into these parts. So these parts here along the top, that's like a U-bolt there that goes over the top of the part. So I'm just going to very carefully cut these bottom areas. There's like two little legs underneath this. So this one is worthwhile cutting. Or sawing. Keeping an eye on how you're going with the parts in there. See that in there? I can see there's kind of like a little lip there, or a little part extrudes. So I'm going to keep that on both sides if you can. There we go. Once you've got that out there, let's get this part out here. And we'll saw this. There's another bracket that's on here. It's holding this part against so we've cut through it. idea of what the part looks like now. Possibly a little file here and just maybe a bit finer. This is a guide hand file. Beautiful little tool this one is. Okay, it's possibly worth leaving that actually on there until you glue the next part on. Actually, no, you can't. It needs to come off because it's going through a hole. Okay, there we go. So another benefit to very, very gently sawing these off as opposed to nipping them off is there's less chance of them flying across the room, and pretty much don't think you're going to find these parts if you lose these into the carpet monster. Right, there we go. With most of these pipes, some of them on the real jet, on the jet, have insulation wrapped around them, like a foil or something like that. If you want to very delicately do that with some aluminum foil or something like that, you can. Okay. There's the part. Have a quick look at where that actually goes on the set. Bring in one of the boxes here. So that actually goes in that hole there. Through there like that. And on the front, let's have a look. So then I'll go in through here like this, something along those lines there. In approximately this position here. That's another one. This first one here goes underneath here into the underneath box. So this is an underside box. Yeah. It's going into that one there in its position. We'll get to that later. Right, so there's our second part. This third one here. So they're the two most delicate ones out of all the pipes to get off. So once you've done that, let's come into this third one. So this is part number 3. That one there can come straight off. And let's come and take this part off here. Come on, camera. Now also, the supports are all designed to be on the back of the part. So where the actual part is touching the model, the print is touching the, where the support is touching the part should be on the rear of the part of these. Almost through. we go. Take that down. Come down to the next support. This one down here. So you'll see what I'm doing is very gently coming down the part. Okay, now where these tiny cutouts are here, these are brackets on the part. So be very careful here. Just come in again. If you look at the part, you will see that the bracket, it's kind of a U-shaped bracket, and it comes flat on the back of it. Gotcha. There we go. Okay, that gives you a better look at the part there. So I want to just clean up the rear of that a bit. So it's going to go onto the part like so. Take off that one there. Right, so this one has a tiny base of it. Okay, so a very close look up in here. So this part here is actually goes into the hole on the other one. So I'm trying not to snap it here. You want to cut it here, but you've also got these two parts as well. So holding this one, you can take out that one. Saw. And again, if we've got the same situation as the other one where you basically got the flat side on this one, whereas here it was there, the flat side here is this way. Just slow. And obviously the razor saw, here they go, through, is the finest one you've got. Off there, and there is our part. And let's just nip that off there. We have the pipe. On one end is like a nub that's going into these holes. Oops. And the other end has got a little hole on it for going into one of the other ones, like this one here. So, and they will go on the side of this. Part here from memory. On camera. This hole here. So this is going to go in here. And through. From memory. And just a little bit through to this next. I won't do it right now, but basically that's going to go on there. And this component here sits, the flat part sits on there, and this part fits. So this bracket here fits on this one here, this one sits on this side of it here, and then this one here goes in that one up there like that, up to the box above it. But we'll look at that more when we come to the actual assembly. This is just removing the parts. So there's 1, 2, 3. So number 4, the part is this U-shaped. And so it's got the part here coming around the U-shape down here, and this goes into the bottom of the front box. So this part here is going into that bottom there, that hole there. Like so. So let's get this one off, part number 4. Again, we have put the supports so that they're hidden behind them. So that part there can come straight off. In this case, the support had just come loose. A good look. There we go, we're through. Snip off. That should be loose. Always just double check if it's going to pull away. Yep. Gives us a better idea of the part now. So we can see we've got that little bit in there to clean up on that one. So this one's a good idea to possibly clean that up while it's in that position there. So this might be one to come in with a round file of some description. Let's have a look. So a micro file. Clean up like that. Yeah, so these parts here, they're like a cable clamp. If you look very close, you can see where the cable clamp is designed into the part. So again here, clamp here, clamp here. So we should be able to just come straight down the back here with the saw. Okay. Right, there's our part. Maybe a bit of a pass. Quick pass while supporting it. Let's go right to the bottom and just take this one off flat. There we go. Clean that up like that. Let's see if it's going to go. Just right in there like that. And this is coming on this side here. So this part here is actually going to clamp onto that box is on there. There's a little bit in there. So the little two legs, the clamps here and here, are going to go right on the bottom of that box. There. So that's part number 4. And lastly, let's grab part number 5 on here. Look at it, we've got a hole in the end. So that is where the end of that part is going to go in that one there. Right. So this one we can see that the top is a protection cage. So if we cut it here and here, it exposes the top. This part here, and that part there. I'm trying to keep this on camera. And drop that part off in the meantime. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to clean these up of any imperfections while they're on the sprot, while they're on the supports. This one out there. Okay, last one here. Through, take him off. Now this one's actually got a little nub there, so it's just like a sort of sprue gate. Little camera. And there it went, straight into, luckily, my shirt. There's the part. Okay, so let's just line up all our parts here. So this part, number 5, is going to come off of this component here, and it comes down here like this and joins up to this part. Like something like that. And so this other one here comes off the other side like that. One goes in there. Alright, so you're actually ending up with 3 pipes. The left side, the right side, and the bottom part. And they all connect these pipes. These pipes are pretty simple to come off, so let's just do one of those quickly. Show you what they're like. So all of them are the same. All the same. Done. Just a little extra one here. so these, the center one is the part that goes into the middle of the mob, into the other part. So you can just cut up. That. And gives us our parts. Try not to break these off if you can help it. Okay, once they're done like that, just saw these off completely. One, two. So there's the two parts. 1, 2. And as you can see, the corresponding holes. Possibly just tiniest touch up on this. Touch up on the next one. There you go. Parts become like that. Then they can go into these little holes like so. You see how that will build up into 4 of those around the unit, and then your pipes can go like that's the bottom one there. So you're gonna have that one will go up into the bottom pipe there. This is this long one from this side. Through that hole there, and it will surround on this side, then the other one will come in from this side. We'll do the assembly separately. But that's how you need to remove all of the parts for the pipes. And the other two there. Okay, hope that's helped you get all your parts for the pipes ready for assembly. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.